Many investors are amazed at how simple it is to get very high interest rates when buying property tax lien certificates in the United States. What separates the average investor from the exceptional investor? Knowledge and education is the answer. The more you understand about the opportunity you have of buying property tax lien certificates, the more profitable you'll be. Next, you'll see a video from a recent workshop conducted in Vancouver, Canada. It will help you better understand the process of buying tax lien certificates so you can get the most out of your investment. You'll find more information on my website. That's Ted.Thomas.com. I mentioned Arizona because that's an easy one for you to get to. A couple hours and you're there. Okay, they pay 16% there. In Illinois, in the first 6 months, they pay 18%. And then it's another 18 in the next 6 months. So some of you remember that. And of course, if you tell this to anybody, they say, wait a minute, this can't be. This is too good to be true. In Georgia, we have an expert in our group from Georgia, and that's Bob Schumacher, and he's going to tell you about Georgia. Now, he's done 100 deals, and he started out buying tax certificates, and now he buys both. And he and I have very much the same philosophy. I don't go out and chase down houses, but I go out and try to find residential lots. And the reason I like residential lots, and I'll give you a whole class on this tomorrow, the residential lot, is because everybody in this room grew up in a house, lives in a house, maybe born in a house, die in a house, whatever. They know houses. So what do? They go out and try to buy houses. Nothing wrong with that. Except what happens if we got about 120 or 140 people in this room right now, if we all go start bidding on houses, what's going to happen to the value? What's going to happen to the prices? They're going to start pushing up. So you come into an auction room and there's a whole group like this, those people are going to bid on houses. They'll all bid on the house and they'll leave the residential land. So you're going to get to meet Bill, and he bought 30 properties in the last 12 months, residential lots. Some he's paying $100 for, and they have a value of $15,000. You suppose he'll make some money this year? Yeah. Okay. Well, I won't steal his thunder, but when he gets up and speak, he gets up and talk, you'll see, and he'll show you where he started, and he'll show you how he did all that. So you're going to get a chance you're going to be the beneficiary of all that in the next couple of days, because they're going to tell you how they did it. Now, they're going to stand up here and be fancy speakers? No, they're going to get up here and tell you like it is. So you're not going to get the maple syrup version of this, okay? You're going to get the down to earth. Okay, Iowa's a state that pays as much as 2% every single month that the certificate is unpaid. So it's a great way to buy a certificate and just hope that they never come in and pay. As a matter of fact, you'll probably pray that they don't pay their certificate. Okay, and we are going to start, and this is going to be the first class that will get to do it. We're going to start taking people to the auction in Texas. All my exes are in Texas. There you go. So Texas works like this. Watch my hands. Okay, you bought the certificate this day here, and that started the clock ticking. Okay, so when that clock starts ticking, that person that didn't pay their tax and you did, when that happens, they have 180 days to pay. So anytime they come in the 180 days, anytime, day 1, day 21, day 51, whatever day they come in and pay, they have to give you back all of your money plus 25%. Now, is that a good rate of return? Yes. Okay, so that's a great rate of return. So you can make real good money there. Okay, but if they don't pay you on this 180 day, then you can go to the auction and you can actually buy a property. Okay, so a place like Harris County, that happens to be Houston, they'll have an average close to 200 properties every month that they'll auction. How often? Every month. Would that work for you? Absolutely. Wouldn't it be fun to have someone take you to the auction? Yeah. Wow, wouldn't that be good? Okay, so you're kind of getting the idea. Now, my favorite state happens to be Georgia, and the reason I like Georgia is you see in the first year, if I bought a certificate today, they have 1 year to pay me. So any day they come in to pay, I can make 20%. So that's a good rate of return. So I say at that point, at the end of a year, you could actually start a foreclosure process and start taking the property away if you want. Or if you didn't take it away, they would come in and pay you the tax. As soon as you give them a notice, they're going to take it. All right, anyway, I tell people, don't do anything on that 365th day. Let it go the next year, because the next year you'll make 30%. And the year after that, 40, and the year after that, make 50. So those are great rates of return. And the check comes from Ted.Thomas. All right. All right, so 30% in the second year. So you guys are kind of getting it. All right, so we got 2 systems that we're going to learn about. Now, each one of the people who's going to teach you is going to teach you something a little bit different. They're going to say it differently because they did it differently. All right, so if someone's talking about New York, is that Arizona? Okay, so Manitoba is different than Alberta, right? And Alberta is different than Ontario, so they could have different rules. So when the Republic was created, it started out with a few little colonies on the East Coast. And then they kept stealing from the Indians and whoever else, and they stole California from the Mexicans. They did all that. As they stole that stuff, then they formed states. Those states each had different rules. And until Eisenhower became the president, all the states were independent. The police would come right up to the border of that state and stop. They couldn't go into the next state. So it wasn't a union in the sense that they all had the same rules. So the rules are different. So the person that knows the rules in this business is going to make the most money. So let me say that again. That might be a note that you write down. The person that knows the rules is the one that's going to make the most money.